My name is Femi Johnson. I'm the CEO and founder of Sourcing Business. Sourcing Business is an online platform where freelancers and employers of labor are able to connect in order to exchange value. The platform gives freelancers opportunity to be able to create their gigs, showcasing what they can offer to organizations, the solutions they can provide, and especially services they can offer, virtually. Startups are actually looking for skilled professionals like these who are able to help them deliver their job, cheaper, who are able to help them deliver their job faster, and who are able to help them deliver their job with better quality. And these are the capabilities that you found in Freelancers. And so Sourcing Business provide a platform where such people are able to offer their gigs so that startups and small business owners around the world can be able to access them to be able to buy their services. On Sourcing Business, we'll
And yes, we're live. Hi, good morning, Lagos. Good morning, and welcome to Upskilling 5 million African freelancers in 5 years. We do really apologize for starting at this time, but we are set to get a kickstart and enjoy the rest of the day. I hope you're having a great time. Of course, welcome to Upskilling 5 million African freelancers in 5 years. And I am Oge Mark. My umpire for today, of course, this is powered by Sourcing Business. Now, we've been going through all kinds of topics, all types of topics, and having guests come in, talk about, different aspects of remote work and freelancing. But we have a very special guest today, and he's a PhD holder, and he's upskilled himself, and he's also a mentor on the Sourcing, mentee rather, on the Sourcing platform. Now, it's so amazing. So he's going to be coming in and he will be talking to us about his journey and all of that. Now, I need you to do something for me. I need you to copy the link to this live, post it on your contact list so that the people on your list can know that something this magnificent is going on. Now, what we do on Sourcing Business, and Sourcing Business is a freelance platform where employers get employees, freelancers, and they offer you remote work. So what happens is you take your gig, and hello, Baba Mohammed, good morning, and thank you so much for joining us. Now, what happens is you take your gig, whatever it is you do, whether you're a content creator or whether you are a content writer or whatever it is that you do, social media manager, whatever it is you do, you get like samples of it, from whatever you've gotten it from, posted on Sourcing Business, and then employers can come on Sourcing Business to find and you can offer your service. Now, the other part of the services that Sourcing Business offers is the fact that we have 9 pathways where you can upskill yourself, where you can learn whatever it is you want to learn. If you don't have any idea about content writing, you can learn that on Sourcing Business. You don't have any idea of data analysis, you can learn it on Sourcing Business, or email marketing, or whatever it is you want to do, counseling, whatever it is you want to do, we have them on Sourcing Business, and it is absolutely free. All you just have to do is just get onto sourcing.business, register. After you register, you are admitted into a class where you have access to tutors, mentors, and they will take you by the hand and eliminate every mistake you might possibly make in the course of starting your career. Okay, they eliminate all of that, and you get to start up your life. Okay, now that's exactly what we do on Sourcing Business. Now, I have my guest with me today. He is a very is a man of a high caliber. He's a high caliber man, and his name, now, forgive me if I murdered his name, is not intentional, but I'm going to try my very best to pronounce it correctly. Now, his name is Dr. Blessing Omoruwan. I hope, did I get that correct? Did I try at least?
Well, you tried.
Okay. So for the purpose of this conversation, I'll refer to you as Dr. Blessing. So Dr. Blessing, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much for having me on your platform. It's a great pleasure.
It is great. Now, let's just get started into it. But before we do that, I want to quickly acknowledge the presence of some of our, regular and new people as well who are joining us today. Ali, thank you so much. Victoria Vincent, I see you. Thank you for joining us. Wisdom, I see you also. Ndubisi, thank you for being a part of today. Akombi, thank you for that compliment. I do appreciate that. All right. Of course, if you have any question in the course of the conversation, please feel free to drop your questions in the comment section, and our guests will respond to them accordingly. And yes, now let's go back to Dr. Blessing. Now, Dr. Blessing, please, we want our audience to know exactly who you are. Introduce yourself to us in your own term.
Well, good morning, audience. Good morning, the organizers, and good morning, Mrs. Oge. I'm a Nigerian, first of
That'll be
all.
me. That'll be Miss, please.
Okay, Miss Oge, Mark.
Yes, Miss,
Okay,
please. Yes.
yeah, Miss Oge. My name is Dr. Omoroma Osayirenri Blessing, and I'm from Edo State, and I schooled partly in Edo State and partly in Delta State, and currently I'm working in Gombe State. Virtually, I've been to every nook and cranny of Nigeria. My first degree, I got my first degree in University of Benin, BSc Sociology. My second degree, MSc Sociology, but major in criminology. That was Delta State University. My third degree, which is PhD, the same Delta State University. I also got it in PhD criminology. And currently I'm lecturing as a criminology scholar with a federal university in Gombe State. That is Federal University of Kashere. Married with 2 children, and I live currently in Gombe State. That is the few introduction I have to give.
Okay, Dr. Blessing, thank you so much for that. Now, if you're listening, you can see that Dr. Blessing is quite vast and he's quite knowledgeable in a course that's not even tech related. Not tech related. Now, this is where it gets interesting in our conversation. Now, Dr. Blessing, please tell us, why did you decide, how did you find out about sourcing business, and why did you decide to get on the program?
Oh, well, it was sometime last 2 months. Because I'm registered in LinkedIn, and I was going through the different data analyst platform, and I come in contact with Source in Investment, Source in Business, and I had to. They were having a promo or a program of training, and I applied as an intern, and I was surprised that I was selected as one of the intern. Now, the reason behind my participation is actually the need for upskilling due to the changing work environment that we have in this country. Even as a lecturer, most of you will agree with me that for the past 6 months, we've been on strike. And this is not the first time we've been on strike in this country. I actually started lecturing since 2013. And 2013 till now, if I can recollect, we've been on over 3 to 4 long strike till now. Some of the graduates will bear me witness of that. Now, I discovered that we can't continue like this, even as somebody that have a PhD, because what we have in this country currently is really giving us problem to the extent that even those that have degrees, those that have qualifications, find it difficult to look for work. Now, another reason why I actually opted for this program is because of the nature of my work. I always said I'm an academia, criminologist for that matter, but before I became a criminologist, I was doing something. I was a data analyst, even right from my undergraduate. Data analyst, for those that that passed through the academic system, at least you did projects and you were involved in one form of data collection, retrieval, and mapping, and some others. And at the end, you had to get a result. Now, this is what I'm fully into. And it is, I saw this platform or this training as a way to really expand on it, or give a better view of what it is. Now, another reason why I actually keyed in is the drive to give myself a best career. Now, I'm someone that I like to work. And you know the nature of Nigerian work system. They will tell you once you are 70 or 65, as the case may be, you will be retired from the system. You can be able to look at most of our professors and most of our civil servants, they've become pensioners. Once they collect their pension, they go back home and they'll be waiting for the next pension to come without doing nothing. Me, I'm somebody that love knowledge. I don't want to stop working till the day God will call me. And the only way I know I can achieve that is not through my academic career, rather, is to make myself relevant in all aspects, most especially when it comes to the digital community, or trying to give myself something that organization will need, irrespective of your age. Because when it comes to data analysis, age is not a barrier. The major thing is that is what you can deliver. Organization look at what you can deliver, not your age, not how old you are or how long you have been in the system. Is your effectiveness and your efficiency when it comes to the digital community.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, before I go into the next question, I want to ask you. Now, you mentioned that you've been a data analyst. I mean, that's exactly what you do: collection of data, and comparison and all, and giving results as well. Now, from the experience that you have acquired, the new experience you've acquired, how specifically would you say that this experience has helped you to fine tune what you do already? Because of course I know that as a professor you would you would go through a lot of research. You're always carrying out some research or the other, and then there's going to be samples. You need to collect this data. You need to compile them together. You need to give results. So how would you say that this knowledge that you have acquired, that you are acquiring, is helping you to fine tune that and give better results and give more accurate results?
Yeah, let me just give you an illustration. Before I joined TOSIN, I actually had three consultancy jobs, which I'm currently into. Now,
Okay.
I make use of SPSS. That is my basic software which I use. Apart from SPSS, I also make use of SAS. Now, when I entered this program, I discovered that I can do a better presentation using softwares like Power BI and Tableau. Though I were not taught Tableau, but I've been able to maneuver my way into Tableau. And I discovered secondly that the presentation of most of these recent softwares are more cleaner and clearer as compared to my traditional softwares which I've been using. And thirdly, aspect which I never thought existed in Excel, which is pivot table. I was introduced to it. I never knew there was pivot table in Excel. It was all the traditional DAX and advanced tools, but I never knew I could manage a large pool of data with just pivot table in Excel, which is so simple and so fantastic. And most of us, and now I now discover that some of the things that we run to with bigger softwares, even Microsoft Excel can do it. Now, the experience I've gotten from this training, it's fantastic. Very, very fantastic. I never thought I could do something relevant or I could get something relevant from Source In when I actually signed in into this program. I never thought I could get something good coming out from it. But now I discovered that it's something that we all have to key into. Thank you.
Wow, this is amazing. It's so amazing. I like how that you shared your experience and how that you've been so determined term that you use that I'm particularly like when you said, I never thought I would get something valuable when I signed up, but you were totally blown away. That's so great. That's amazing. All right. So now the organizers of this particular initiative are listening, and from your experience, now you're in the field, you're also here as well. Are there things you want to say to the organizers? Maybe something to improve upon, something to introduce, something. Are there things you would like to talk to the organizers about, to make the experience better for those who will be coming in as well?
Well, I premeditated on this question and this particular aspect. I was thinking, I said, what else do I have to give to these people which they've not actually gotten? The only thing I have to say is to keep the good work going, please. It's something that needs to be sustained. Just keep it going. And secondly, an academia or in the academic industry, what we do is not enough. I will have to agree with that.
Okay.
I'm not one of those that will say we are the best. I don't know if you are cognizant with the age before. Before now, we academia we go into the professional industry to go and train people before digitalization. But now these people come into the academic industry to come and train us. I don't know if you have that illustration within you. Before we go, we academia organization banks calls us that please come and train our staff on the job. But these days we beg them to come to the university to come and train us. Now, please, I will encourage the organizers to spread their coverage spread their coverage in the sense that they should cover more. We should extend our fellowship into institution of higher learning. The platform is not enough. It's not enough. Most universities will welcome this idea. I'm rest assured because currently there was a particular TED Fund organized program where some of our staff were taught Excel. It was a platform like this. They went to TED Fund. They said they can teach Excel, Excel and SPSS, Microsoft Excel and SPSS, and they partner with the TED Fund. TED Fund sponsored most of the program. They were moving from one Northeast university to the other, and they paid them. And they give them certificates. Their organization is registered and some other things. Now that can also source in business can also take advantage of that. Move within, even if you are not having a sponsorship from TED Fund or you're not listening from a bigger body, you can decide to say, okay, let me go into the university, meet with the vice chancellor. They will provide the facilities for you. Most universities have ICT center where you don't need to provide. The only thing you need to do is just your human resource and maybe your software. They have ICT center which you can help them configure and you give them on the job training. You can also extend it to students. Now, another thing I will encourage this organization to do, we should try and develop. I know this will be resource and cost has to do with money. Develop a self-paced study program. Now, if you look at the way the training went, the one I participated in, if not for my pre-knowledge in data analysis background, I'm sure I won't have been able to follow up. But when we have a self-paced study program where you sign in and at your pace, you'll be learning it, maybe pre-recorded videos and PowerPoints uploaded it to the websites, and at the end of of all the training, practicals will be given, exercise will be given on a weekly basis. At the end of the program, you give the person a test or administer an IQ test to really know if that person has actually followed up. And at the end, the person will also have what is upscaled. Now, another thing which I've already talked about is writing a proposal to most of these organizations that this is what you can do. You need to upscale their staffs. There is need to upscale their staff. You have to really look at all these little things. I'm sure it will create a wider horizon for such in business.
That's amazing. That's it's a worthy advice, and yes, so they will take it into advisement and into consideration. Now, there are a lot of people as well who are not doing anything and don't have access. They don't have no, they don't have access. They haven't considered the switch from regular jobs or delving into remote work or being freelancers. Now, all your qualifications plus all of these experiences that you've acquired, what would you say to these people to encourage them? Especially to the people that would always want to looking for fast money, looking for quick money, looking for the easy way out. Okay. What would you say to these people? I see someone, Ben Adewale says that this is his first time here. And of course, it's worth sharing. Yeah. Yes, this could be the step to all sorts of freedom. I agree with you, Ben Adewale. But what would you say to people who are not yet, have not catch on, they're not yet on this train? What would you say to them?
You made mention of something that looking for quick money. There's no quick money anywhere, in as much I'm concerned. Just leave that idea of we know what we call those that go into quick money. I don't want to bring it into your platform. Now, for those that want to upskill, before at the background, before we came into this conversation, I differentiated between reskilling and upskilling. And when you're already on the job, or you have a knowledge of a particular thing, and there is need for you to get more knowledge, that is upskilling. But reskilling is when you totally do something different. And what I've discovered in this country is we really need reskilling, because a lot of us have wrong foundation. Like somebody like me, I never opted to study sociology or neither criminology. My main intention was to study statistics or economics. But because we had problem with JAM in 2002, where they refused to make me study my course, but rather to focus on this, I just decided to take it, and I'm still enjoying it. But that never took the main goal of becoming an analyst away from me. Now, we don't know what tomorrow is going to be. Tomorrow, we don't know. Look at the future of this country. If you look an average sensitive Nigeria, you will agree with me that if we continue the way we are, this country does not have a future. It doesn't, except there is a change. Now, because we are not certain of what tomorrow is or what tomorrow is going to give to us, we need to shift from our comfort zone and try to make sure that we acquire a specialization that is tied to digitalization. What do I mean by that? Something that you can easily you can easily update, you can easily track or change. Now, I've talked about something about the need for skilling. Now, secondly, don't let the government deceive you that there is no job in this country. There is job globally. They don't. It's just that they are not. They don't have the wherewithal, the required knowledge to really foster this job. There is job in this country. In short, there is more job than the laborers. It depends on the area where you are. It depends on the skill which you are currently possessing. We are the one that owns this country and this continent. It is not them. Now, that's the reason why we have to change our mindset, and also change, as you're changing your mindset, you also change that particular job or that particular skill which you are currently having. You have the skill that is supposed to be short, what you're supposed to be driven on has or ought to be something that is IT related, something that can easily be updated. Now, that is some of the advice I have for the people that want to assimilate with this era of technology. Technology has taken the pace of every aspect of our life. For instance, like, and I was reading something online yesterday. He said most jobs these days, any job that is repetitive, a repetitive job can easily be taken over by technology. You agree with me? If your job has to do with repetition, like for instance now, the educational job we do, I teach one course over and over and over and over again for the next 5 years, 6 years. Don't you think a robotic can also do it? You just to design the AI, and the AI will take over what I am doing, or design a platform that is that, or maybe you get my videos of all the classes and you administer it to the students. At the end, I'll be out of job. Somebody can buy my franchise. I'll be out of job. Now, why suffer yourself? Why put yourself in a job that you know that in years to come you will no longer be relevant? Why not go into something that people will die, people will cry, people will tell you that no, whatever it takes, they will pay you. Just come and do this job for us. And that is what most of these AI digital skills related courses are.
Wonderful.
Amazing. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Interesting. Okay, so another question is this is more like a question, more like a plea. Now, if you were invited, now before I go to that question, now this one is coming from Tyrone Butler, and he says that 90% of jobs are online that are growing and making people wealthy. Okay, and EGK says that um, so as an automobile engineer and budding web developer, am I on the right track? Okay. So as an automobile engineer and oh, what depending on what you're studying, what pathway are you on? What are you doing exactly? That is what I'm responding to, and I'm going to allow Dr. Lesson respond to that.
Yeah, I would say you're on the
This is a
right track
question.
because
Dr. Lesson,
yes,
yeah.
the EGK, you're on the right track because it's in as much as you are adding web development to it, and this is something that the global
I think
community
that's what you call
is in need
reskilling,
of.
right?
Yes, reskilling. Because as an automobile engineer, you maybe you discover that that is not giving you much money or much thing. You have moved into web developing, and there's a way you can also link these two together. You can link it together, depend because the major thing about when it comes to digitalization or digital skill, it gives you the avenue for you to solve problem. You have a problem solving skill too. And these are some of the soft skills which I would expect most youths to go and have because there's an area where there's a material I come across yesterday. There's a difference between some people have made money through soft skills, while some also have made money through hard skills. Now, some of these soft skills can also enable you to improve on the current skills which you are having. Take, for instance, as a lecturer, the traditional way we teach is using the board, the whiteboard, and chalk, or maybe pen. But if I'm not if I'm not abreast with internet, if I don't know how to design PowerPoint, if I don't know how to carry out some basic online tools to do my teaching, I will still remain using the board for training, or the normal pen to paper or pen to chalk board training. And this is the reason why we will continue towards upskill or also reskill to have much more advantage over our contemporaries.
That's great. This is a comment from Tyrone Butler, and he says that okay, it said the future jobs are selling skills online, not selling clothes in the street market with inventory challenges. Interesting. Okay, and also goes on to say that Many individuals provide free trainings to become an influencer and get 1 million plus viral views, then monetize with ads to keep content free. Okay, now we're going to go on to other questions we got for you, Dr. Blessing. Now, if invited back to Source Indoor Business as a trainer, would you oblige us that opportunity?
Yeah, I will. I
Oh,
I'm thinking of that. I'm thinking of that already. And secondly, apart from just inviting me as a mentor, I'm also planning to pull when because the why I have not done that is because of the strike. I'm trying to pull several batches of my own students into training. I want them to come
that'll
and
be
also
amazing.
get what I've gotten, but I can't access them now because most of them are far away and they are not can't coordinate them outside the university environment. But when we resume now, I will make them have access to whatever I've gotten, though they are already benefiting from it. I send this link to them, but I don't know if some of them are already online watching
Okay.
and as here. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so now where do you see Source in Business as a freelance platform in 5 years?
Well,
Based on everything you've seen,
I
everything
don't,
you've said,
I,
where
I
do you see it in
don't,
five
I don't
years?
really. Okay, 5 years. 5 years is still very close.
Yeah.
It's close. Well, I don't really know your objective. I don't know your goal, but based on what I have seen, if you guys continue like this, you may likely be one of the top touch-notch digital platform in Africa. And secondly, you want to be the top 10 freelance marketing platform globally because you hardly see a freelance marketing platform like this that also give the services, a free service. And African Digital Skilling Projects Executor, I see top notch, I see Source In occupying that position. And short, well, general growth. I can see. I believe that with this kind of services that is currently rendered, you guys will be known within the shortest time possible.
Would do. Thank you so much for all the things that you have said. Now let us take some more questions here. Let's see if we have more questions so that we can attend to them. Okay, Tyrone, I'm convinced that your Tyrone Butler, I'm very convinced that your comment has blessed someone today. I'm very convinced. I'm convinced of that. John Peters says that how and where can I upskill in human resource management? That is to learn how to use technology software and all in the field. Human resource management. You're going to have to check on Source Indoor Business to see if that particular learning pathway is available. And that is at sourcein.business. That is www.sourcein.business. I hope I responded to your question correctly. Um, okay. Tyrone Butler also is asking this question. He says that my number one question: how can gaming and esports help people get jobs in Africa and globally? How can gaming and esports help people get jobs in Africa and global? Dr. Blessing, do you have an idea to that question? Do you want to answer that question?
Well, gaming and esports. I really don't have much awareness of the sellability of gaming and esports, but if if it's accompanied with web development, maybe like you have Naira Bets
Yeah.
today, you have um, Sporty Bets, and you also have some other platform where games are thrown in. The person can come up with his own or come up with a platform where people can watch these programs these sporting activities for free, not just football alone, generally. I'm sure with the AdSense feature and other factors that goes on the internet, I'm sure the person can make his money.
Okay. And that's about that, I believe. Uh, Okay, that's about that. So this is me saying thank you so much to everyone who's joined in today. We're back next week, Wednesday. Dr. Blessing, we do appreciate your presence. Thank you for joining us and for sharing your work with us, on the acquisition of these skills. So thank you to everyone who's joining today. Please connect with us next week, Wednesday at 10 o'clock. We'll be back, and of course, with another guest as well. Okay, I have a new comment here. Let's take this one before I go. Before we go, let's see. Let's see, who is this person? Who is this person? Okay. Oh, still from Tyrone. He says that, but globally, esports and gaming is worth 183 billion dollars. Okay, this is known fact. All right, thank you, Tyrone Butler, for that information. All right, Dr. Blessing, so much for stopping by. This is what we do the curtains. So thank you to everyone once again for joining us. We'll be back next week, Wednesday at 10 o'clock. You want to stick around for that. And of course, you can connect. If you want to register, you want to subscribe, you want to upskill your skill, get on to www.sourcein.business. Then you have access to over 9 pathways. You can learn something, you can acquire a skill, reskill, upskill, whatever it is to do. And you can do that all on sourcein.business. My name is Olge Mark. I'll be back next week, Wednesday. Have a good day.
My name is Fred Johnson. I'm the CEO and founder of Sourcing Business. Sourcing Business is an online platform where freelancers and employers of labor are able to connect in order to exchange value. The platform gives freelancers opportunity to be able to create their gigs, showcasing what they can offer to organizations, the solutions they can provide, and especially services they can offer, virtually. Startups are actually looking for skilled professionals like these who are able to help them deliver their job, cheaper, who are able to help them deliver their job faster, and who are able to help them deliver their job with better quality. And these are the capabilities that you found in Freelancers. And so Sourcing Business provides a platform where such people are able to offer their gigs so that startups and small business owners around the world can be able to access them to be able to buy their services. On Sourcing Business, we'll